The smoke for effect. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Good evening, everybody. It's Up Tuesday. I'm full of energy and live from St. Louis. We'll match B's energy here in just a second. Let me get this worked out. How's everybody doing tonight? It's Tighten Up Tuesday. I'm Chris Denman, live in St. Louis. That's B-Phlat. She's in Philadelphia. It's the DIY comedy podcast your great-grandparents warned you about. Love that you tuned in with us tonight. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be a tight show. B's got a lot planned for you. Who's excited? Let us know in the live chat. Wow, B looks ready. How you feeling, B?
I'm good, thank you, Andy.
How's my mic? How do I sound, B? You hear me okay?
You sound great at 9:03. You couldn't sound better, Chris.
8:03 p.m. Central Standard Time. I need a tan, huh? It's about that time of year.
It's only the spring.
It's getting close to June. It's hot outside now.
Oh, I wish I could say that about Philly. It's just now like warming up. It's not like hot for like it's like 60. Is that hot?
No, 80. It's 88 here.
Oh, hell no. It's like.
But it was 40 like a week ago.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's the same way. We're just coming off of that. My plants are out in the yard looking crazy because it's either snowing or hailing, raining, something crazy that's always fucking them up. It hasn't really snowed, but it did when they were blooming. We had like a light snow. And I was like, damn it, these plants don't know what the hell to do. So anyway, I just realized, Chris, I was looking at you on the screen like you sitting right next to me. I should be looking at the camera. Hey, everybody. Chris got me all messed up because we started on time. Well, just like 2 minutes late. And that's on time for us.
Good to see you, B.
Oh, no, look. Oh, no. Favorite lighter.
What's up? Let's give yourself a little headspace. Act like you've been on a podcast before. Come on, B. Show the people. They want to see the top of your tail. There we go. Now you can see the other Missouri plate. Let's go. Get your podcast going. Now we can start.
The funny thing is.
That's that weed.
I got my Ricola ready. So, Jamie, you do not have to.
The business.
You know what it was? Why you couldn't see my headspace? Because I had my seat up so high. I'm just going to twirl it down a little bit. Is that better, Chris?
Yeah, it is. Get to see that work of art on your head. Can't DIY that. Looks great.
Yeah, I threw a little glaze on it. It threw like a little copper color on it I have to get used to, and it's all right. I like it.
Explain glazing your hair to me.
Well, when you get a color in your hair, if you want it to stay fresh, like some people go to the hairdresser and they put a glaze on it, which is more or less like a color and like a sheen to kind of punch it up and make your color last. But it's not permanent.
Okay. So I don't have, there's no natural glaze. Like I can see a little bit of a red.
You can get clear. You can get a clear glaze put on your regular hair.
But it must be acquired by somebody. Like I can't say like I've got a natural glaze.
Oh, you do, because I ain't. Why are we talking about your damn hair? See, there we go.
Start the show. That was on purpose. Let's get going. What do you have?
First, I want to say hey to Daphne and Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
So it's funny. Daphne, I haven't forgotten about you. I have so many people to get back to because I'm communicating with a lot of people. So she hit me up today saying that she's available to chat tomorrow, which is great. So we'll do it in the morning. So I'm throwing that out because she sent me a quick text. But I've been working on stuff down here. You know how I am, Chris. So
Super
anyway,
interesting.
I got out to my assistant, Daphne, and my lovely soror, Lauren, for my dope 3 songs. Nobody else has them, so that's the great thing about it. And of course, shout out to all my Picassos, fans, people watching the show that tune in every Tuesday and watch the ads. I love that. I appreciate it. I had a conversation today about watching the ads, and I told my friend, girl, just put the kids to bed while the ads are on. Just let them play. She's like, I always skip the ads. I said, well, don't no more because I need your little 3 cents.
Every ad counts. Cheers.
That's right.
Yep. Cheers to those people helping you out. So absolutely. What's on the docket for tonight?
So on the docket for tonight is me for one, and my great smile.
Your favorite all-time feature.
Yes, and my ability to bring across anything that I bring forth and put on the table and make this show possible. Because we the little engine that still could. There you have it.
That's right.
So with that said, I can say to anybody that's tuning in for the first time that we are in the process of bringing our Picassos to St. Louis for Chris's Music Festival. It is
Chris's Music Festival.
It's brought to everyone by the RAC and the Kratzberg Foundation. But Chris and Beth are planning it.
No, not even. Thank you. This isn't even you take the compliment, move on. The Kratzberg Arts Foundation and Ameren. Kratzberg Arts Foundation is the steward of the festival, the Steward Family Foundation. Look him up, Dave Stewart. That's somebody who's a future DYK.
I already did.
Everybody, there's STL Made, the Regional Arts Commission, all these entities put this on, and it's growing and everything. I have a small part in it, so does Beth, and we handle our different parts, and then much bigger people at play.
I appreciate you humbling yourself. And moving on, Chris is in a position to really help us out with the Music at the Intersection Festival that's coming to St. Louis. Is that a better way to say it?
There's a music festival here, and it's we're trying to just make it a bigger and bigger part of the community while still staying true to the history of music in St. Louis. And it's weird because it shouldn't be a different type of festival, but after Gary Clark Jr. walked around last year and was like, this is not like anything I play, that's a cool thing, and you want to keep that vibe moving. So
well, we're about to be a part of that vibe, so that's a lot of what this show is dedicated to, because I'm getting the questions of when can we register, where do we register, how much does it cost, all that good stuff. Things that you and I were trying to clarify and just get a handle on today.
For an hour on the phone.
That's right. And it could have been longer.
Do you know how many times I've said that to a lady?
You want people to know that? You just put that out there, Chris, and you supposed to be trying to catch somebody.
Not
but
really.
Chris, I got your whole sheet of questions right here.
I can't.
But I can, so that's why I'm here to help you. I assist you to make sure we get the things done that we need to get done as a Picasso. We're here to help. Chris,
you're a helpful group.
Thank you. So that's what this show is dedicated to. And as I jump in and give my shout out, I'm giving my first shout out to Kiki Moore. And if those of you do not remember Kiki, she was our t-shirt designer, one of the winners. She's also a web designer, and she is officially working on my website. I've talked to Kiki about this shit months ago, but I was like, you know what? After I did all the research that it takes to really launch and do what we need to do in terms of registering and getting memberships and sponsorships and all that, it boiled down to me just saying, all right, let me call GoDaddy and say I'm launching my website, because I've had the names and the domains and shit locked down for the last 20 years.
Just in general, you needed to start a website anyway.
Yeah, so I just did it. So my first pages, like my first landing page, you'll see me, but it'll be all about the Picasso thing. So I'm adding all my stuff later as we go along, but I'm getting these first 5 pages up about the festival on the B-Phlat. It's bflat.com/Picasso100. Yes, so we can start, So anyway, she knows she's on a very tight deadline, and we worked all that out. And half the stuff she set up the drive already for me to upload. It's funny because she texted me saying, I need you to text me the passcode to get into your website thing.
Oh, gosh.
Right. So I sent that to her because she has a login. I got a web person. Shout out to Phly. She's going to maintain it in terms of like emails and where they need to go and answering stuff. So we're actually going through different things and going to be looking at the test page and all that. And it should be done hopefully in the next 5 days.
You may, I don't even know if you'd qualify as an LLC anymore. You're a full-blown corporation.
You think so? My money don't say that. I be letting my money say
plenty of corporations not making a dime. Don't kid yourself. You're on the way up.
Thank you, God. That's because everybody helped me level up. So yes, I have to give a shout out to Kiki. She's super working hard, her and V, to get this website together.
Very
so
nice.
She's and we making it happen, Chris, because we coming to St. Louis. I just got done adding up the numbers of how many people, how many rooms we need. 25. I told you I got an email from the lady Jenna, the one that you work directly with at the Art.
I worked with somebody else, but the person we usually work with said to just go ahead and talk to that person. So
yeah, because she just hit me saying we are the official arts hotel. I'm handling all of the stuff for the music festival. How many rooms do you need? What all do you need?
And you tell her you know me. That's what you need.
I did that already in the email.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So after you said it was cool to do it, I did that. Chris, you know I'll be on it.
Do you know how nervous, if you're watching along at home or with your family, on a daily basis, when B gets to cooking up an idea and there's shared information and shared contacts, do you know how nervous it makes me when B just starts trucking down the line? But shout out to B. She always checks in to make sure she's not blowing anybody up. So
there you have it. So that's what matters.
That's
shout
right.
out to Fia Linnell, the other t-shirt designer. She's the one that did the Picasso shirt that looks like a Picasso painting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she sent some files over in a zip drive today because she loves to design in terms of like different layouts for like web pages, being consistent. These pages are going to be consistent with the music festival stuff, so the look can be can look official. So she sent something. I was like, okay, but I couldn't figure out how to get them out of the zip drive. I could only look at them because they had and I downloaded them, but I couldn't. I don't know where they went. And I couldn't figure out how to get them up. But I was like, oh, I like how she did this in terms of like integrating the music festival, just their logo and header and things in with our stuff and making it fit. I was like, oh, I like that. So shout out to her and all the people on the committee that are working super hard to bring stuff together.
Yeah.
So I'm just touching base with everybody individually. I'm still going down the list because I know some people I haven't touched base with. Yes, and they're probably like, she ain't even called me yet. It's been a week. But I'm working on it.
At least they care. At least they care.
Yeah, they do care. Yeah, so I just had to give those quick shout outs. And actually, because I'm on it, Chris, I'm actually having a Zoom meeting, and I'm going to have Andy throw the graph. It's called Volunteers Meet the Volunteers. Next Wednesday, because I told you 17 of my sorors already hit me up, and I read that text to you today from Money. She was like, oh yeah, I went last year, and she's like, I love it, and I know it's going to be off the chain. So, and then they got other people already lined up. They've been sending me emails saying, oh, make sure you hit up this soror. She can volunteer. I told you, Chris, this is what they have to do when you're in the organization at a certain level. Like we all volunteer, but some things are like mandatory.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh, we got 4 other sorors. They willing to work. You see what I'm saying?
That's great. It's a great system. So
what we're doing is, because everybody, all my sorors have questions about what it is that they need to do. They have the committee list and assignment and all that. They got it in the constant contact email. So what I said, you know what? I'm just going to have a meeting where everybody meet up. And they can meet the people. I'm still putting everybody in touch with everybody individually, but they'll get to see each other, ask the questions, and, booyah, I'm going to be done with it.
Love it.
Yep, so that's what we're doing next Wednesday. Whoever wants to join us, if you want to volunteer, you know where to hit me up at frugalflip@gmail.com and let me know. Make sure you put in the header that it's for the 100th. Volunteer, you'd like to be a part of this Zoom. Volunteering or whatever you want to do. So there you have it. So right now, like I said, next week I'm probably going to post the list of all that plan to attend, a separate list of who plans to vend. And if your name pops up on the list and you be like, oh, I ain't coming, you better let me know. But I got to get that list together so we can start locking everything down. Makisha, CCing her on everything because she's in charge of the hotel. So shout out to Makisha.
She's doing local, right?
Yeah, she's local. She's right there in the St. Louis area. I think she lives in Illinois. But
okay.
She's local.
I was going to say, I believe if that's who I'm thinking of, I've met her and she was super nice.
Yeah, so I'm glad she's going to be in charge of that. But once I pair people up, like I said, they can meet. Everybody's going to meet next Wednesday. Those are the people that can join the Zoom.
You've got some comments. Cheryl says, B, you and Sherri were very funny on Celebrity Game Face. I'm glad y'all won.
Oh, thank you. I forgot about that. Yeah, we did win. I forgot.
You made some posts. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. MM says he is the festival. HR's in the house. GT Davika's in the house. Joy's in the house.
What's up?
Like Minds Come Through Network. Honored to be helping you with the site. Kiana Maria says, Kiana Maria's in the house. Monica, Heaven Sent, Lanita, HR, all kinds of fun people. So keep it rocking, people.
You know what I want to know, Chris?
Irina.
If it's anybody new in the comments. Anybody new to the show, first time watching?
Let us know in the live chat.
Yeah, or haven't been in the comments in a while. Let us know. I just like to know.
Claire on Pack 93.
I love all my B-Pack folks.
Yeah, that's right. Hit her up. She'll give you your phone number. Veronica's messaging from Little Rock, Arkansas. I don't always see Veronica's name in there.
Hey, Veronica. Yeah, I haven't heard of Veronica. Go, okay, Picasso, I see you.
Little Rock, Arkansas is probably one of those cities that would surprise you.
Why? Cicely lives outside of Little Rock.
I'm saying I bet it's, I hear Arkansas and I go, ugh. And then Little Rock, I bet it's a cool city.
You know what? It's kind of like St. Louis. It's become progressive in terms of more of a metropolitan area, even though like people are leaving the city more and you know that what they call flight, but it's built. Their city is really nice. They have a cute skyline. It's really building back up in a nice little riverfront area. I like back in the day. I didn't like Little Rock, but now I like it. After staying down there and it's nice. It's cute. It's progressive. It's contemporary. I was
just say, good for them.
Mm-hmm.
Connecticut's in the house. That's Tanya Bowles. Laced Lovely. Laced. You got some new ones. Laced Lovely. Love from Brooklyn.
That's what's up. I love to know that new people are watching this show. I get more and more fans. I see my Instagram is joining. I mean, it's like jumping, and people are, just watching the show more. I love that.
Jamila.
I really do.
Okay, Jamila's here from the DMV.
Is that Jamila Taylor in the house? I be remembering everybody's name.
I don't know. Laura Hurst says, hey there. You got a bunch of new ones. Veronica says, we're cool here in the Rock. Pack 93's from Little Rock. All kinds of joys welcoming everybody. Good stuff.
In Arkansas is Hot Springs.
People go there for like weekends, right? Like a vacation. I think my parents went there.
Beautiful. It's like being in Asheville, North Carolina, and I just love it. It's beautiful.
Hear good things about Asheville.
I love to visit. I'm an outdoorsy person, so I love scenery and mountains and hills and sprawling rivers and shit like that. So I like to visit little cute spots in the cut, like Syracuse, New York. Have you ever been to Syracuse?
Never been to New York.
Oh, Syracuse is beautiful.
You want more people? Natasha.
It's like the Norman Rockwell. I like the Norman Rockwell type of feel in the town. I'm sorry, I already said that.
That's okay. No, that's exciting. Do you want to hear from some more new people before you move on?
I do. Yeah, I want to hear from some more new people.
All right, I'm going to say like 4 or 5. I'm going to say 4 or 5, and then you can shout them out after.
Okay.
Natasha, first time from Naptown. Dolores, Indianapolis, Indiana. Soul Smoka, Dallas, Texas. No, she has not made the trip to Dallas yet. Yeah, so there you go. 3 new ones. Another one.
Chris.
Naptown, where's that?
Right now, Naptown. I'm definitely dancing for Naptown for my Cash App because that's my second home and my second favorite place to perform because I hosted for 8 years at the Madam C.J. Walker Theater there. So I got a lot of love, a lot of people, a lot of family. When I say family, I mean like Picasso type family in Naptown.
What is Naptown?
Indianapolis.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, that's Naptown.
Boy, did I feel cool.
Yeah, you gonna lose a black point on your card.
Naptown. I've never heard of that.
Everybody you just heard it in the thing. They said Naptown.
I've been to Indianapolis one time. It was a nice time.
It's called Naptown.
Nice city.
Got a name now. So I love Indianapolis. I always kick it in Indianapolis and have a great time at the Post.
What's the Post? Is that a blues bar?
Yeah. The VFW Post where everybody go and dance.
Oh, yes.
Yes, at like 10:30, and we don't leave there till like 2 and 3 in the morning.
I don't remember.
It's kind of like where we do karaoke. You know I be in the hood, Chris. It's across from the chicken place. That's all I got to say. And it'd be packed over there after they let out. So I love Indianapolis.
Indianapolis is 4 hours from here. I've only been there once. Lovely time, and I hear great things.
I don't know why it takes you 4 hours to get there. It takes me 3 hours driving, point to point, from my daddy house to downtown Hilton, Indianapolis.
Well, then it's 3 hours. I was thinking 4.
And that's doing like 75, Chris.
Yeah, then I haven't been there. I haven't been there in, I don't know. I was 25 the last time I was there.
70. Straight shot on 70. You can do 90. I got
any, okay.
So with that being said, my foot, you know I got to get up and do some Cash App dances.
You know what? Maybe we'll even go full screen.
Oh,
show it off a little.
Before we do that, I got to give a shout out to S. Kelly that jumped on early. She in this early battle with Miguel and Verna and Laura H. And Phyllis. Yes, and Enzo and Candace. But the funny thing is, I was like, no, Verna did not Cash at me at no 2:56 a.m. And I don't even want to know what you was up doing, Verna, at 2:56 a.m.
I love it.
Hopefully you was having a hot flash, but in a different way. I'm just saying, sweating in another form. And Cash happened to me at 3 o'clock. That's a good reason to be up. That's all I got to say. So I do appreciate it. And of course, I got to give a shout out to Ruth H. She sent me a Cash App for Smoke and for the dance. Shout out to Phyllis Smith, who's always now, I think for like the last 4 weeks, been donating to the 100th. So, you know, that's a whole nother category on the Cash App report, which is coming up soon. And Jamie sent money for me to get some hot spot wipes and spray.
The hot spots. It's a new dance.
New dance, wipes and spray. Before I get into my flash rag, let me go on and do my Cash App thing. Oh, full screen.
That's $ B-Phlat if you want to show some love. Look at that. Look at those joints. How flexible they are. Look how glazed her hair is. You know what? She could even go out in Naptown in that outfit. Look how great. Oh, the hot spot. Oh, no.
Oh!
You get the hot spots right, you can go wherever you like. If you want to Cash App B-Phlat for more wipes or spray, $ B-Phlat. Andy's standing by to receive your donations.
Oh, I can do that. I want to call away. Thank you.
You can't stop till he cuts the music.
I have to, because I can't move the way I want to.
But you're moving pretty damn well.
I'm trying to, but it's restricting. It's like a cargo pink.
Is that jumpsuit like a Is that like a starter straight jacket? Like, do they put that in? Do you get you used to it when the state starts sending you checks?
Oh, right before Andy was about to start, I almost peed on myself trying to get this unbuttoned. Right here.
Do you need to use the restroom?
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit, why I can't get this button out?
Do you need to use it now?
No, earlier before the show started, I was like, oh, I'm peeing on myself. You know how you do that pee down?
Hey, incorporate that. That's the new dance.
Everybody not do this. You like, ooh. You like, wait a minute.
That's the piddle pop. That's the piddle pop. Piddle pop it.
That's the pee dance. When you can't get something done.
Oh God. Good for you, B.
So anyway.
Tight show.
You're tired like me from laughing. So
I'm laughing. I'm having a good time.
All right, well, I want to show my quick flashback picture that MM sent of him and Alicia. And I was like, oh, Mark got that. He got that towel. But you know what? He's an ambassador of all the towels. All 3 phases of them. Mark buys them. He don't care. He gonna take a fan and you see he got a fan and a rag.
The rag.
That headset fan is killing me. Yeah, but he got
that's a slick move.
Yeah, he got the dish rag.
He's walking the jersey collared like polo combo. I don't know if I've seen that. Of course, Mark starts a new style.
You know, Mark gonna do. That's right. You know, Mark always got a style. I'm still trying to figure out how the hell he left his shoes in my car, in my rental. But that's a whole nother story. So, yes, I'm just thankful that Mark is, no matter what, he gonna get a flash rag. He don't give a damn.
Even when he's watching terrible baseball.
Yeah. Are the Cardinals terrible?
They've had a historically bad start, but we'll see.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So, as you know, Chris, I'm still waiting for John to send me we're going to work that out tomorrow.
Call him.
I am, because I know he tells me to text him first, give him my points, keep it short. That's what I like about John. He like it quick I keep it real short, and then we talk. And I love his accent, because he's like, hey, B. Hello, chop. I'm like, thank you, John. How are you today? So, my thing is, I want to get that. I'm going to let people know already the new color is black. I'm tired of holding it off. Because I keep telling people, because the new color is going to be black, pink, and red. I selected black because I think about my other 2 pink towels that have gotten messed up because of my makeup on stage, and now the makeup don't come out. So I've actually ended up using one as my paint towel. It's over here behind me because it looks terrible as a flash rag after washing it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a black towel, white writing, and then I got to worry about the whole makeup thing.
There you go. So,
and I did, 2 other people said that to me in terms of like with the makeup. They noticed like they couldn't get the makeup out. But you know, like I use an oil-based makeup sometimes. It depends on like how long I'm going to be on stage.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it gets into the flash rag and it's kind of greasy. Yeah. So believe me, I be in the hotels with my flash rags in the sink, washing them out, laying them over the damn vent thing that be blowing. I have it up there with like a book, a magazine, so it won't blow off, and just kind of prop it up. But yeah, I'm always like rewashing my flash rags when I'm on the road.
Yeah.
Trying to get the makeup out of them so it won't set. So yeah, we're going with a black color. So I'm waiting for the prototype so when they get here, I could be like, okay, this is soft. I like the black. I like the red. Because I do like the printing that John is doing on them, on these. It's like really, really sleek and it looks nice. I like the printing because you can definitely read it really well.
Nice. Yeah.
Like I said, this ain't the right towel.
Well, you'll get it right.
But I brought the pink out anyway since I got on the pink jumpsuit. For those of you that are not sure what color this is, it is pink, light pale pink with gray buttons. Thank you. Anyway, it's the weed, Chris.
Hey, people like hearing about that.
Thank you. Do you have any comments before I go into my DYK?
Oh, so many. BJ's in the house.
Hey, BJ.
Solange.
Hey, BJ, won't you play that song?
Solange is in the house. Dolores wants a brown towel with gold writing.
Oh, no. I can't do that. That ain't my color. That's on some UPS.
That is a
And,
UPS. That would look like a UPS style.
what's that? What's our ninth? See, that goes. I'm going to hell for this. I should know. Iotas. That's the Iotas colors. That's in the Divine Nine.
Oh, brown and yellow.
Brown and yes, brown and gold. I think
gold. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do brown and gold because I'm a Delta. It's a miracle I got the pink towel, but that's only because AKAs are our sisters. Like I always say, if it wasn't for them, there would be no us.
I was about to ask about that.
It's the truth. The Deltas broke off from the AKAs to do civil service and be about what we came to college for and not be cute and kicking it and doing paper bag tests. So they left and said, well, we're going to start an organization that is about community service first and sisterhood and fortitude. Thank you.
As you blow smoke. I love it, B.
Talking about my sorors. So yes, let me go ahead and do my DYK. And as I mentioned last week, for those of you that are joining us, this month I'm dedicating my DYKs to mental health and African Americans who have contributed in some form to the healthcare or mental health industry.
There it is.
Pioneers in that field. So today I'm going to read to you about Leonidas Berry. And he's an A-Phi-A alpha man. He was born, let me get this paper first. I am sorry, get the right paper. 1902 to 1995. Co-invented a gastric biopsy instrument that removed diseased tissue from the stomach. So let me just read a little quick paragraph about our brother here. He's obviously a genius. A prominent this is a long word. Gastroenterologist, yes. Dr. Berry became internationally recognized for co-inventing a gastric bypass instrument that removed diseased tissue from the stomach, as well as creating a clinic-based addiction treatment that became known as the Berry Plan in the mental health community. He was also one of the first to study the stomach lining of patients severely addicted to alcohol. His pioneering work in the medical mechanics of alcoholism has had far-reaching effects on the modern study of nature and the effects of addiction. So shout out to Leonidas Berry and what he has brought.
Another great DYK.
Another good DYK. I was like, that's interesting. You just never know what we are capable of doing. But whatever it is, Chris, I always say it's great.
Well, with you shining a light on that, it shows everybody else too. It motivates. It's nice to see. So look at you, B. A woman of the people.
Yes, I am. For the people, by the people, of the people.
Well said.
Thank you. Let me move on to my frugal flip.
Yes.
So, yes. I think someone asked in the comments, did I do it yet? And I'm waiting for Daphne to confirm for our June date. And I told her as soon as she confirmed, I'm just booking my ticket. I can't worry about everybody else that can or can't do it. And that's what I'm running into. I'm running into, you know me, I like to be transparent. Schedule conflicts.
It's tough.
Yeah, this is my baby and my priority. It's not everybody else's. So between myself and my crazy schedule and Shantae's schedule and Janet's schedule, and we having to move things and people having kids and summer activities, it's hard to coordinate. But I said to myself, if I have to do what I got to do in terms of getting another photographer while I'm there or whatever, I'm trying to work it all out. I got to do what I got to do, because if nobody else is going to be there, I know I'm going to be there. So, and I can't move no more dates because it's coming up 3 weeks later. I'll be at Kim's house in July. You see what I'm saying? Doing her flip.
Kim Whitley.
No, Dr. Kim J. This flip that's being sponsored by Karen.
That's right.
Show.
In Florida.
Yeah,
Gator Country.
Florida. In Gator Country. Down there burning up and loving it. So that's what I'm saying. I have to get these done.
Yeah.
Because this is what I do, and now I'm on it. So it's no turning back. I have measuring the measurings, like the Zoom shits this weekend. Kim's at 10 and Daphne's, and we knocking these out.
Proud of you, B. Keep it moving.
So with that being said, I just want to show, after my conversation with Daphne and us talking about a neutral palette and her inspirations, and I'm going to show you some of the 3D designs. And like I said, I like building on that, but I still have to kind of go in and tailor it with my own drawings. So I'll show you 3 of the 3-dimensional designs based upon new information regarding Daphne's colors.
Oh.
Yes. So I'm trying to keep, in case we can't reupholster her, this is what I'll know this weekend. In case we can't reupholster her 2 accent chairs, I tried to find a fabric on that 3D architectural program that's kind of similar to what she has, and we may have to punch it up and because it has the same type of leg bases. So I wanted to paint them white and do like a zebra pattern or some type of, white and black pattern on the 2 accent chairs, because we're going to go with a really nice African theme. And I don't know if we're going to go with a neutral rug, more of a hay, straw color, or a blue rug yet. But I do want to do white, but white cocktail table, but I have to run that past Daphne. She hasn't seen this yet. Only because she has, like I said, 2 teenage boys. 3, I'm sorry, that'll probably prop their feet up when they're playing games and stuff like that. So she may not want it white. But right. I plan to have like a big black tray table on it. I'll show you in the ones that I actually drew on. But I know we're going to do a range of color schemes on her brown couch in terms of the pillow fabrics, because she has a lot of African fabrics. And we're going to keep the curtains white. But I'm going to do a cool little black design behind the gold bar to make it pop out within the framework.
Very nice.
Just a little beyond the extension of the curtain rod. So that's what I came up with on the 3D program. The next photo shows how I want to put a film over her sliding doors. You can see the bars through them now, but I figure if we cover it with a really nice, cool film that she can see out of it, and it makes it look more transparent, I think it'll look a little more sleeker, because I want to outline and paint the frame of that sliding door black, because we're going to do that whole wall black instead of white, and just keep the initially we're going to do everything in white and keep the bookshelf in brown, but now we're doing everything in black. Her current fireplace is black, and I'm going to paint those books, and that bookshelf that I have in this drawing does not represent the drawing, her actual bookshelf. I just have it as a placeholder and kind of tinted it that blackish gray color based upon what I have available to me in the program. And the other thing is, like, whenever you add an entryway, like her kitchen entryway is where it looks like it's outside where those trees are. It only gives me the option that I figured out so far to make the door look that it's open, that it looks like it's going outside, but that's not outside. That's where the kitchen is. So in the other drawings, you'll see how I painted over that. So this is just one of the renditions. And like I said, this is the wall that I'm definitely focusing on as her accent wall for her artwork and her tapestries. And like I said, that photo that looks outdoors is where the kitchen is. And that's generated automatically on the, whenever you put in an entryway. So this is just the other angle. And then the only thing missing in this picture is her closet door. And I left it white because I wasn't sure if I'm going to paint the closet doors white or if I'm going to paint them black. So in one of the renditions that I did, you'll see I painted it black. And I think we're going to do the doors black. Next photo. Okay, so these are the original photos. And as everybody know, I take my pen and with this builder program that I have and go in and draw over them. So the next photo shows what I did the build out and then drew over it. I still want to paint the inside of the fireplace a blue color. I'm not sure what blue yet, But I'm actually going to paint she has already on her fireplace a mounted shelf, but it has the, you can actually see the, what would you call it underneath, Chris? I don't even know. I'm thrown off.
Which part?
You can see where it's mounted, like the brackets, the wood brackets that it's mounted on.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to not take those down. I'm going to still make it look like it's floating, but I'm going to paint them black and just mark it off so you can't see where it's mounted, or it looks like it's blended into the fireplace.
Gotcha.
And I still want to paint part of the brick white, just like around the half circle. And I think I really want to paint the bottom portion of her built-in book cabinet black and do the inside coves in black and white. So I'm going to draw that out separately on different and show that next week. And I think I definitely want to have a plant, definitely some vases or something to make that black pop where I'm going to mount the television. And I think I want a standing, like a plant right near the sliding doors. So then you can see I put a little desk, but I'm going to explain that wall in the next photo. I think it's in the next photo. So we can jump to that. Booyah. So this is when you walk in, and then this is where you would enter to go down the hallway to the bedrooms and the bathroom. So this is the wall that I want to work on and make it more like an entryway wall. More like it will have a mirror on. So let me show the next photo before I start explaining stuff. This is my drawing. And I'm going to go with a round mirror, but I couldn't find one in that program that I like. So I was like, I'm just going to take that off and draw a circle. But what I want to do is in that area is do a drop leaf, a really nice table where you can pop it up if they want to sit and do some homework. Daphne may want to sit there and work. It doesn't necessarily have to be a desk area, but you can also, when I say drop leaf, it retracts and drops down like my table. And I want to put shelves above it where she can put her baskets and just a few things you may need if you're electronic stuff, batteries, or whatever she may want to put up there, and some vases. And she has 2 dining chairs in the living room now that are like I think they're bamboo. I want to definitely paint those and give them a pop of color and redo the seats and add one as a desk chair and do one as a plant holder for like a base for a plant stand. And I definitely want to do like a nice bowl or something on the cocktail table and, some candles. Well, that's all logistics once we get there and I go through all her stuff. And if you're looking at that little orange circle on the side, that's because I was just trying to draw over the thing that I forgot to crop out. And I couldn't match the color. I was doing the best I can without making it look. I was fading it in, trying to crop out the thing from the other drawing. So that drawing doesn't allow me to add beams in. And Daphne has beams in her ceiling, so I had to draw the beams in and, just kind of bring it to life to make it look more like the living room that I envision and she envisions. So the next photo is the wall that I initially was going to paint like a rustic turquoise deep blue. So she wants to keep it neutral, which makes sense in case she wants to change out colors. And, we can always add pops of color. So that's what we're doing. Our base pattern is blue and pops of yellow and orange with a tan overall, neutral color, like baskets and things like that base. Because we're keeping it African. So the next photo shows how I superimposed the 3 paintings that Daphne currently has on her fireplace. So I kind of had that was a trick. So that she can see how I want to place them on the wall when we hang the tapestry from the ceiling closest to the wall, mount some pictures. She definitely wants a nice wall to display family pictures, have her candles over there. She wants an area for her meditation and things like that. So I definitely want to be able to put her bell over there and her bowl, candles, different things. So I definitely have to take into consideration spacing when you put candles on shelves and how they burn the wick so they don't burn up shit above it or, that are close to it. So those are like logistics that I'll work out, once I get there.
Sure.
And we figure out the depth of things. But yeah, she definitely wants her tapestry hanging, and I'm going to basically kind of do it like I did in Taina's. Put it on the bar, hang it from the ceiling, and make sure I anchor it in. And then like it's enough area there if she wants to pray. We can still put like candles on the floor, on the rug, on a nice base that I may build. And she has like a podium, and we're going to move some things around. Like as we speak, you'll see the drawings develop more the way that she wants them. But yeah, I kind of like the black doors.
Love it.
Yeah, so that was on Daphne's flip that I'm working on. Yes.
I think everybody's excited to see it. Shout out to everybody in the live chat. Fab540, Dear Is Way has a question. Are you able to just rip out the wood paneling?
We don't have enough time for that. Not in 2 days. If I was there longer, it's easier for me to go in, seal spaces. I always press on paneling because, you know, it bulks. And most of the time it's up there with them little short tack nails that they've tacked it up with. So I press it, and then I'll go behind it with like the locket, put a bead of glue behind it, press real hard so it doesn't bulk. So that's what I always do and test with paneling and the stripping around it, because it's been up so long. You never know. Don't nobody go around and touch their paneling. You know what I'm saying? So That's the first thing that I do. And then it's easy to put a primer on it because her paneling has a shiny gloss coat. We ain't got time to sand that. So we're going to get a nice grit primer so that when we paint, it'll give it like a nice matte texture. So it'll look like adobe, like an African hut. But it won't be thick. You know what I'm saying? It'll be like just a nice texture to cover that shininess. And you can still wipe it down and clean the wall, but it won't be, you know, it'll give it like a modern clay matte pop.
Love it. Pat S loves the layouts. Bebe says, good job. B, that is lovely. HGTV, can't wait till you have your own design show, says Solange. You know what? I had a question.
Yes.
I think she was on. I've interviewed Miss Pat like twice, and I don't know, I guess I've known her for like 6 years. I don't know her, but you know what I mean. In that sense. I figured you did.
Yeah.
No, she's from Atlanta, lived in Naptown, now back in Atlanta.
You know what's funny, because I knew her from way back in the day.
Of course.
In Naptown, that's how I met her.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember she left there and moved to Atlanta.
Just recently.
Oh, I don't know about just recently. I ain't talked to Miss Pat in like 3 or 4 years.
So get this. So Miss Pat's, her TV show's taken off. Her touring's doing well. Her special's done well. I'm happy for her because, you know, I've been watching it for a while too. Not as long as you. Long story short, in an interview, she was talking about it the other day. She wants like a DIY show. I think she has a contracting business. And I'm telling you right now, I mean, I could send the email. I know I could just get her number.
I got Miss Pat in number in my phone.
Let's get her on.
I'll get Miss Pat on the show. I know she's super busy. And see, that's what I'm running into, Chris. That's why we don't have a feature. I was explaining that to Kiki earlier in terms of people making commitment and having to bow out. And I don't like to put it out there and then they can't do it. Because I looked at it like this, and it was a realization that people are busier than me, especially all the people that I know. And they're like back at work doing shows. It's not COVID anymore. And people yeah. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, fuck. So it's like now when I know I got somebody confirmed, it's like I'm putting their shit out the day of as like a surprise in terms of like who it is instead of trying to promote it, because it makes me have to have a backup plan at the last minute. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like, oh shit, now we ain't got a feature. Now I got it. So I don't want to have to go through that.
Yeah. Booking is a whole nother. Yeah. And your show's great with just you running through stuff. But either way, I heard that and I was like, I totally forgot to tell you about it. I had no idea that she was interested in that. And I've interviewed her like twice at least. So it was cool to hear.
Well, you and I will work that out, Chris.
Yeah, we can make it happen.
Because you know what's so funny? I got to tell you a story about Miss Pat, and then I'm going to talk about the Picasso stuff, the 100th. When we were taping, I think it was BET, all I know is I had to go back to the trailer like 3 times for her and Queen Aisha because they kept breaking their heels. The heels kept fucking. They was trying to do. I said, why y'all? It was like 2 pair each. I said, this is some bullshit. I was like, y'all are not gonna be able to wear heels. Y'all some big girls, and these little skinny stilettos ain't working for y'all.
Yeah.
And they broke. And they was like, well, B, can you run my truck and get me another pair of shoes? I was like, let me go get this bitch.
Miss Pat, B and Miss Pat. That's, man, we might.
And her and Queen Aisha. It was funny. I was like, y'all ain't gonna be able to wear heels. So
sometimes you got to make choices.
They had to make a choice because they was trying to tape, and they wasn't gonna keep holding up the show for them to be breaking heels, and then have to come back and get another heel. So I was laughing.
You can ask her about that when she comes on.
I sure will. You know, we're gonna talk about love, Miss Pat. So, Chris, we're still gonna have a type show, but I just want to put some things out there based on that great hour conversation that we had. Now, see, you know when you did that. Oh, Chris, when you did that, I'm gonna do this real quick because I gotta give some. I got a lot of dancing to do, Chris. And Mark and Tina Gibson.
That's a good sign.
Tasha, she knew. Tanya Bulls, she knew. Lynn back on the scene. I got a lot of dancing to do.
Okay.
And it's funny because your little face told it all. Just like my husband says, everything that bothers me shows in my face. I don't have to say nothing. I told Kiki, I said, Lord, I hope me and Chris don't get into it on the show because he's gonna be like, B, don't say that. No, like earlier when we were talking about the rack stuff, and I said, see what I'm saying? Then he was like, I mean, not rack, Kratzberg. Why are you saying that? And his name is right on the flyer. That's what I don't understand.
Saying what?
As a sponsor.
Who?
RAC.
Yeah, they're a presenting sponsor for sure.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying they're on the flyer. Why are you saying
Because I don't know what you're about to say.
That's what I'm talking about. And
I'm an idiot. Yeah, I blame myself. I tell you too many things.
I said, Chris probably gonna be like, no, B, you can't say no. So anyway, if everybody see us get into it on the show,
there won't be any getting into it. The part that
It
gets
might be
people
a
in
PR
trouble.
moment. It might be a PR moment on the show tonight. I'm just getting everybody prepared, giving them a precautionary.
She's now fantasizing about arguing with me.
You got to put that disclaimer out there in this portion of the show.
She's creating fantasy with a PH arguments. Okay, cool.
No, I just want to say that, Chris, great conversation. You clarified a lot of things for me, which gives me a way to just present things tonight regarding our 100. So I'm moving. Oh, Chris, you made me forget to do the BIY.
I made you. My mistake. Sorry, Kim. Yeah. Sorry. Kim Whitley.
Let me do that real quick because it's not a lot of stuff. I want to show people. I'll show a live demonstration, but I only have 2 things to show. A quick 15-second video.
Tight video.
I did mention, yes, it's a tight video of how I cleaned my drain. And let me get my table up.
Why don't you get your table up? Get that table up.
Quick. Oh, yeah, let me take a puff because after this, Chris, and then I'm going to dance for the people. I don't want us to get into it about the 100th. I ain't going to say nothing that's going to put you out there crazy. Not at all. I know what I'm working with now, Chris, after our great conversation. All I needed was clarity. Does that make sense?
The only thing that disappoints me, and you've never done it, maybe some people that started this channel, if you say there's going to be like a big show or something, right. Or you say, if you put things out, whatever it is, before the details are worked out, that's where I get burned a lot.
Oh. Well, when have I put something out and you got burned?
You haven't. And it's worked out with everybody else.
My point. Case in point. As we're about to do the BIY.
Do your BIY.
As we're doing the BIY, I use this wonderful product called Iron Out. I love it because I can put it on anything rusty and then it's going to clean it right up. So I'm going to show a quick video because my drain in the kitchen sink tends to rust out. And I ain't buying no new drain and all of that shit. So I just clean it. And it looks like I just bought it. So let me just show the video. Thank you, Andy. Now I'm using the iron out. On these dark rust spots. I let that sit. I let it sit like 30 minutes. And then it eats up the stuff. You can just wipe it with like a cloth, like with your regular like dish rag. It'll start to just clean up. But I like to get my little Brillo pad out and hook it up. So the next photo shows what iron out does. And Andy shows it up close. Look at that, Chris, voila.
That looks great.
Yeah, I was like, ain't nobody, and I don't care how bad the rust is. I mean, if it's like a rusty pipe and you're trying to clean it with this, then on the outside, then it might not, it might not work. But I'm just saying, like, there are certain things that this works on stainless steel, obviously on my sink, and just brushing up stuff. You can use it I use it around my shower head to clean up the rust. I was like, with the brush, I was like, this shit is all that. So I recommend people do that. It's a quick tip. It's spring cleaning time. So it's time to pull stuff together and, use some quick products. I don't have a natural solution for everything. I do have a rust cleaner. I showed that last year, but you have to let that soak, and that's great for like cleaning your oven, and you can put it on this. But you have to let that soak. And I was trying to get this done quick. And I'm going to be honest with you, Chris. I've had this thing of iron out for at least 7 years.
Wow.
Yes,
time flies with that kind of, if you're not using it.
I use it a lot. That's what I'm saying. I use it every now and then on certain things, but I make sure I stay on top of it. So shout out to Iron Out. So quickly on the big screen, I'm going to go back this way because it's 10 o'clock and I'm running through that other stuff. Keep it tight. People never think about this, but I think about it because, one, I'm a germophobic and I don't ever want to get bugs. And I just like to keep my stuff tight, and I don't like rattling shit. So here's a tip. Nobody ever thinks to do this, but I did this at my dad's house because I hate all of their pots and pans that do this.
Yeah, that's a pain. Yeah, terrible.
It makes me sick. And my sister bought me this set for Christmas. And I've only had it like 2 years. So it's starting to do that. You hear that?
Yeah.
And it all it takes is just going in there with a little Phillips screwdriver and just like that, just like with the toilet seat, just tighten it up. That's why it's called tighten it up. Look, da-da-da-da. The other thing.
How'd that go?
This one is getting loose, so I was like, oh, let me just do that real quick. And now I can't stand that. And every pot I used to pick up, or if they had the handles on the side and one of them be janky and the lid was, and the handles is. I was like,
people deal with that for 5 years and never change it.
And then it gets worse. And then you know what else makes me sick? When you get this nasty stuff up under the lid. And I'm going to get this up close so you can see it. Because this is where I'll be like, oh, I'm going to get roaches. I'm going to get bugs. You see that grease up under there?
Yep.
In that circle. That's the nasty stuff. So what I do to clean it is I just loosen this up. You got to actually hold it and then loosen it up. I loosen it enough so that when it's soaking in the water, in my bleach water, I can get in there good enough with my little brush and scrub that stuff out. But by the time it's soaked, it dissipates. And then you get it. And then once it's dry, I just tighten my shit back up. Nothing's worse. When I go home, I'll be seeing all the grease that's all up under the thing. And I'll be like, oh, it's going to be roaches and rats and all kinds of shit. It just makes me think about that kind of stuff. I don't like bugs. So I try to keep that kind of stuff down to a minimum. Just like this. And then it's trying to make me get a new blender, but I won't because it still works. And I've been holding on this forever. I know I've had this for like 20 years. Probably when I moved
20.
to Philly.
That was a high school. That was a Kirkwood High School graduation present.
I bought that when I lived on Nelson Street, so I know it's more than 20 years old, but it still works, and I just do my smoothies in it. But
that blender was bought at Venture.
I don't know where I got this from, Sears or something, but I still use it.
Grandpa Pigeons.
Like my mom said, if it still works, use it. Why? And I got a NutriBullet and all that other shit, and a juicer and all of that, and I still use this. And I still use other stuff, but I use this the most. I don't like this. because sometimes it leaks in the. So this was gross. I haven't really cleaned it yet. I wiped it out, but I don't. This is the hard stuff to get out. All the food and the bacteria. If you can see it up close, I'm gonna put it up close. All this yellow nasty stuff that's around this spinning wheel thing. I don't know if you can see it.
I see it.
It's like mango juice and all that. All I do, and I don't like when it drips and it gets all on the punch buttons, and you get the nasty stuff like between the knobs on your stove. People don't wipe off, and I got all the drips. That happens on these. You got a NutriBullet, anything that you got to push buttons on. All I do is dip my Q-tips. I pour the alcohol in here, get the Q-tips, clean all that little nasty stuff out. And then I take that same Q-tip, another clean one, and go in here with the Q-tip and do just like this.
Look at
and
you.
Get all that nasty stuff. I do that same thing with my toaster. And I'm going to have to bring it down and show people, because with your toaster, you get the crumbs all on the side that you can't get out and be in the seams. So I do it with the Q-tip and get all of that nasty stuff out, because that's how you get bugs. And don't forget to pull the tray from under your toaster and dump it and turn it upside down. Remember, it's spring cleaning time. Ooh, yeah, I'm done. Oh. See, Chris, now you see I'm ready to get it in.
Oh, my.
So next week.
What a great segment.
I just wanted to show people that, because I'm spring cleaning. And I was like, you know what? While I'm doing this, and this is what I'm doing, I'm tightening up. I might as well show people what I do. And it's just little simple stuff. People be like, oh, I never thought about that. Especially about the lids and the pot. Tightening up them handles. That's just a pet peeve of mine, because I don't like that rattling noise. So next week, I'm going to tilt this up. I'm going to show people how I'm going to fix my ceiling. You see that, Chris? It's bolt. This is right here. You see that?
Yeah.
And I know it's because of the heat down here. A lot of like Quincy's painting has twisted.
All those hot flashes.
No, it's like it started to warp. Same way with my table because of the heat. So that I know.
Is that because you keep your house at 98 degrees?
Yes. And it can be whole cold down here. The heat is on now, Chris.
Ugh.
So I'm going to show how I'm going to fix this and get it back up in here, because I've noticed that this is the only piece down here that's starting to bend. So I'm going to show people how I'm going to do that on the video. And I'm also going to show them how I fix water stains. A lot of people get they might have that stain. I have that stain in my bathroom upstairs from when the roof over used to leak, and now that it's fixed, I'm going to show people how to use the spray to cover it, and then how you can paint over it, and it'll seal it, and you won't ever have that brown stuff come through again.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so I'll show people that next week. So anyway, I'm keeping it tight. I'm moving on to the 100th. All I have to say, Chris, is on your behalf is thank you, one, for allowing us to do this. And I'm looking forward to just bringing this all together. Secondly, Kiki is building the site out in 4 pages up front. And like when it pops up, it'll have a box that says, learn more about the music at the intersection, the Picassos at the music at the intersection. And then when you click on that and, get your email and all that in, you'll see me looking fly, and it'll say Comedienne B-Phlat and all the about me and what I'm doing. Scroll down, you'll be able to click on the registration form and all of that. So, and then it'll take you to the registration form page. And then there'll be a page with 3 different settings for sponsorship. Now, this is what I wanted to talk to the Picassos about. One, so far I know that we have 25, that we need 25 rooms based upon people telling me that they're coming and needing room. And like of that, we have, 6 vendors, 1 possible, make a 7. We need more vendors. So what I would like for people to do is definitely start emailing me and confirming that you plan to attend this festival in the capacity of either a vendor, or you're coming as a Picasso family. That's the family that's staying at the hotel. Or you might be coming just as a fan to hang out with us and want to have some of the opportunities. So with that being said, our plan is to have this website done and for everybody up to register within the next 7 days. So everything won't be complete, and I'm letting you know now in terms of the registration form, because we're trying to match it up exactly with what Chris may be doing. We still have to clarify that. So some things will still say like to be announced. But in terms of like the hotel, you'll be able to go in and pay separately for that. And you'll be able to go in and register. And, and then you'll be able to go in and donate all that good stuff. So I want people to look out for that. It's going to be coming up on Show Them the Thing, Andy. I just want them to see what it's going to say. You see that down at the bottom? Registration form at bphlat.com/Picasso100. So this is the official. It will be up and ready to go. And that's where you will be able to go. And it'll be there every year. So when we register, this is what we'll be doing. All we have to do is update it. So the next one just kind of shows our mission statement with that same thing at the bottom, like last week. So it's not at Patreon. It's at bphlat.com, Picasso100. Now, with that being said, what I'm asking of the Picassos, one, we're asking anybody that featured, and if you have things that you may want to donate, we have swag bags that we're giving out to our Picassos, and we like to fill them. And it would be nice to have some of the things that we've had featured on the show that are small and trinket, like Angela that did the wristlets. She might want to donate something to that effect. So if you have something that you'd like to donate to go in the swag bags, please hit us up. Andy, I need you to put the Frugal Flip Gmail up. I'm just kind of leave that up because I want everything to go there. And Cicely, those things will actually be mailed to Cicely's P.O. box. She's in charge of the hospitality bags. She's coming in a day early to make sure, she can get the bags together and we have everything that we need. So we're soliciting for those items or whatever it is that you think is small enough or cute enough or whatever. We take free stickers, whatever you got that you want to send. We're taking 20 to 50. So if you want to get that together, just hit us up and say, yes, I want to donate these to go in the swag bags. Also, we're asking that Picassos that are definitely attending do a short video that we can post, and we're going to put it together as a collage, and you can post it yourself. Basically saying, yo, I'm attending the video. I'm attending the conference. Come and hang out with us. Or, yo, I'm attending the music festival. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say conference. And I'm a vendor and I'm selling this. And make sure you go here and register. Join us. So we're asking people to do that. And when you do that, wear your shirt, your Picasso shirt, when you make your video. We did decide that we're going to run a contest to give out the, here it is. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm re-gifting the greenhouse. So we're going to run a contest up until starting in June, like every other week, running up until that for the winner of the greenhouse. And then I'll go ahead and ship it out. So that'll be part of the 100th. And I am collecting 100 videos from my celebrity friends saying, hey, thank you. Hey, B, congrats on your 100, so that we can put those together and start showing them, because we really want to do a build up. And I'm just asking if anybody has any good social media marketing tactics or ideas and want to run them by us and suggestions in terms of how we can really promote this and get people more involved. I really want people to be vendors, and I really want more people to just come and hang with us. So we really want to promote it to, our everyday people and be like, look, this is what we're doing. And I really want people to say, yo, I'm going to the festival because I want to see Grandmaster Flash, or I want to see, whoever it is you may want to shout out. So if it's anything you need from me, you might say, B, send me the flyer so I can look at it and I'll do my video because I want to see Angela Wimbush, or I want to see Shmino. You see what I'm saying? But I want people to really say why they're coming, who they want to see, and that kind of stuff. And they just coming to hang and be a Picasso and look. And then, let people know you're going to be in a talent show. And that's the other thing. We're going to need people to start signing up for the open mic talent show. So that's the stuff I wanted to throw out because Delilah is going to be on as a co-host with me, going over some other stuff for Picasso's and just some logistics. She's co-hosting with me, so we're working all that out. Yeah, in charge of stuff. Logistics is important.
Joy has asked 740 times in the live chat. Price of booths and hotel. Do we feel like we would be hiding that information if it was available?
I'm not saying that yet because I just got that email.
I'm saying, ask yourself that. Would we be hiding it if we had that ready? No. We would not be. We would share that.
No.
So it'd still be a fair question. I'm being silly, but
fair question. And
but it's still being worked out, and the longer it's taking, that means people are going to bat for everyone and trying to get a better deal for the group.
So this is what I want people to focus on. 1, it's happening. 2, you'll be able to register for the hotel and all that stuff within this, hopefully within the next week. The site will be up. The only thing that may be, like Chris said, is the vending. We're still working out, but the form will be up to register and that kind of stuff. Focus on getting your money together and your flight. Because I don't know if people have been paying attention to the news in terms of less air traffic controllers and how they're cutting down the summer schedule. And I look at it like September is kind of winding down the end of the summer, but it's better to get your tickets early or just start pricing it out. Focus on that, saving your money, and be prepared to spend at least maybe like $160 a night for your hotel. But we're trying to work all that out. But just get your money together. We've been planning this forever. Y'all know what's coming up.
Well,
don't be waiting for taxes. Y'all know what Judge Judy say. I'm waiting on my income taxes. Whatever you waiting on, put something aside and just start getting what you need together and focus on getting here. And we're going to work out all the details.
No, there'll be plenty of time. It's just there's a I know I sound like a jerk, but I am joking around, but there's more moving parts than anybody could possibly fathom. So I get it. And this is personally, I told B this earlier, really excited to have everybody here. You guys are going to be amazing. It's going to be a really fun addition to the festival, and we don't want you to be, we want you to be looked at as guests, not just some people showing up with tickets and everything. So it'll be a good time.
It is going to be a good time, and I'm going to put a disclaimer on that. People don't want to hear that no more, Chris. They won't.
Maybe you should have waited to tell them. Maybe you should have waited to tell them.
Just like people want.
I don't know what to tell you.
They want to know the price. They want to know the price.
But that's good. Ultimately, we joke about it, and it does when you're. But that's good.
But see, that's why I kind of gave people like a range.
Right.
So it may vary lower, hopefully not much higher, but at least you know the range from last week. And if you didn't, I don't want to throw it out there again because, like Chris said, after our great conversation today, and I'm glad we ain't have to get into it, Chris, like earlier today when you were talking to me about my sorors. So anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. I would like to say,
you guys just
he's working on our behalf, and it's going down.
Imagine planning something with a lioness that doesn't care what you have going on. I'm trying to make the correct analogy here. Imagine
that ain't me because I care what's going on. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't call you and run stuff by you.
Oh no, you're not the lioness. You'd be like you'd be a house cat or something.
Oh no. Oh no.
That'd make me what are those things in Florida? A manatee.
No, I don't like cats. But if I was, I probably would be an alley cat. I would annoy people.
Would you wear a leather jacket? Would you be a tough alley cat?
I would be the one that be on my porch that you stomp at and they'd be like, whatever, bitch. I don't even know why. I'm just going to stash over here.
With glazed fur?
No, I would look scraggly.
I think you'd have a
would feed me.
You'd have a frugal. You'd have a frugal outfit, a cat fit.
Oh, Chris.
Yeah, that's right. You'd fashion some old beat up cans into the coolest cat outfit.
I better go and do my dances so we can get to Ask a White Guy.
Let's keep it tight.
Hold up. Let me see who I'm rooting for. Hold on, Andy. I gotta see who I gotta. I gotta shout out the people, Chris. Let me put my glasses on because Tina is new. Tina Gibson, she gets a special. Mark, I love Mark. Antonia Allen, Natasha Davis is new. Oh, that's Naptown. Lena, love it. Tanya Bulls is new. Godzilla, that's Lynn. Go, Lynn and Ruth. Oh yeah, I gotta get it in for all of them because Ruth be wanting me to hit him with the James.
Oh boy.
You gotta get to the party, Chris. The party gotta start. You don't start the dance. Come on. That's it.
Way to go, B.
Thank you. Oh, you ready, Chris?
I am. I just wanted to put it out there. People said they're pulling up. They're gonna pull up and sleep on Midcoast's couch if I don't get it together. That's fair. I just want everybody to know. Well,
oh no, Chris! They didn't say if you don't get it together. They say if I don't get it together.
Oh, that's great.
They said if you don't get it together.
I put this in the live chat, but this is I'll put this out there. You can do straight cash rentals for sleeping bag space here at Midcoast, and that gives you number one access for the bathrooms. Number one only.
Number one only.
That's right. You'll have to go elsewhere for number two. Well,
you gonna put a bucket in there like they do on Yellow Jackets?
I haven't seen Yellow Jackets, but we give you toilet paper at the door, just enough for number one. So
what if people bring their own toilet paper? Because I was asking.
We'll confiscate it. Number one only at Midcoast.
Letting everybody in the pee. If y'all confiscating toilet paper and
no, that's if you only get it if you rent the sleeping bag space.
What about if you're a Picasso, you want to come in and use the bathroom because you was out in the hot sun selling stuff all day?
I'll check your comment history, and depends on how nice you've been over the last.
You wrong for that.
You ever said anything rude in the TFM or Tighten Up Tuesday comments, then move along.
For somebody that don't have no control over nothing, you sure got control over that.
That's weird. Chris's middle name's Petty.
Yeah.
It got strange quick.
Funny, Chris. You ready for your Ask Chris D?
Please. It's everybody's favorite.
Okay, it's from B Squared. She loves these. I love that she sends them in. So I'm going to ask this because I don't understand, but maybe you do. What gets your goat?
Like what pisses me off?
I think that's what it means. What gets your goat? Is that what it means? What pisses you off?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what they mean. I'm pretty laid back. So I guess if people think I'm stupid and they're trying to pull one over or something, but then I don't know, you get into a whole thing there. I kind of just, most people, I just let them slide. I'm like, okay, whatever. But yeah, I guess if you're being truly mean or something, right? That's about it. But I could think of a better example, maybe. People that drive like they don't care about their own life. That's pretty common in St. Louis.
Yeah. That would
I'm tired. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that and gunshots. I'm tired. I'm so tired. So tired of gunshots. So tired of insane drivers.
Yeah. It's funny. I was just telling Dennis when I was in Seattle, it was so weird to be there all them days and not hear no ambulance. I was in Tacoma. By the highway. I was like, damn, ain't no police around. I ain't hear no police sirens.
Yeah.
No ambulance. It was just traffic. I was like, wow, it's peaceful around here. But
that's the best part about going to my parents. It's just silent.
Yeah. But I don't hear gunshots around here unless it's like, they shoot strategically around here where I live.
They're efficient.
They're
efficient. Oh, okay.
Yes. They know when to shoot around here. They strategic, but I don't hear gunshots. But I always hear like the fire trucks going past.
It's just getting warm here, and it's never right by my house, but it's pop 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 pop, and then a car, driving all the time. And where I live is not a bad neighborhood.
I'm about to say, Chris, now you're going to tell everybody. I'm about to say, Chris, it sounds like you live.
Welcome to St. Louis. Good luck. Move out of St. Louis if you can't handle that. It's in not every neighborhood.
It's everywhere. You live on the south side almost.
75% of the neighborhoods here, you'll hear it.
Oh, it's getting bad all over.
It's horrible. It's so disheartening.
Well, I'm sorry that gets your goat, but now we know.
That's all I can think of. Yeah, we got a couple other Ask Chris Deezies if you want them, or we can move on.
Yeah, let me take one.
Chris, do you eat potluck? Do you eat potluck food at work? That's funny. That would be like you're picturing a big office. If we do it here, it's planned. So 3 of us own the place, and then we have folks like Andy, Key, and Logan. Does anybody else work here? That's about it right now.
Beth and John.
I said 3 of us. 3 of us own it, and then the other. Okay. So it's kind of nice if people bring potluck in. Key's always bringing stuff in to share. So in the traditional sense, potluck food, no, that wouldn't. So, but if we do bring it in, it would be like planned or something, or sometimes during the day we'll order in for everybody or something. But yeah, it just kind of depends on what's going on.
Yeah, that's such a small staff.
Yeah. If I was at a huge office, like
corporate, no,
you wouldn't snack on stuff that comes in.
Oh no, I worked in corporate America. I told you, Chris, I wasn't that kind of person that hung out with people at the work and go hang with the boss and happy. No, I ain't want to be bothered with none of them. I ain't make friends at work.
Yeah,
I came strictly to work, and I told you, Chris, everywhere I worked, I was only like the only black person. So I was real. They was always watching me, and then I told you the 2 white ladies quit working for me because they was like, I'm not working for her. She's young, and I don't work. I'm older than her, and they just were. It was a mess. I've had that happen to me twice, and I had to be on my P's and Q's. But I've always worked in those settings where I was like somebody's boss, and I was like, where the other us? And I was like, oh, let me go see you in the cafeteria. Exactly. But I'm just saying. So I didn't do all that. I was like, fuck no, I ain't hanging with y'all like that. I kept work separate. Now I wasn't in them office romances and bullshit like that. No, because I didn't want nobody in my business.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Especially at a big business, that's a good plan for sure.
Yes, I ain't fuck around like that. I'm glad I ain't in that world. That was in 97. I left that world in 97. Thank you, Jesus. So let me hear you. What did we just? Are we done with your Chris Deezy or is it short?
We're done. We're done.
Well, I want to do my irks and works and show my flyers, and then we done.
All right. What do you got?
Well, I'm irked by people that take 4 hours to detail their car, SUV, whatever you want to call it, but can't step right over their motherfucking trash and won't pick it up. And then wet it up.
Do people throw trash out in the streets like nobody's around in Philly? That's how it is here.
On a major street. So people do that when they drive past. But most of the time, because it's a corner store, Chinese store, and another corner store. So kids be coming home from school, walking down, eating chips, leave the bag, stuff.
Right in front of other people. No shame. full bag of food left, or food trash.
I was irked because I cleaned up and did everybody weeds, because that's where the trash sticks as it's blowing down. It'll be wrapping around.
Right.
All the weeds on the sidewalk. I've been out here 3 days in a row. You know how I do it, Chris? Weeds in the back. Not just myself. I do everybody within this vicinity.
Yep.
Okay. I said, now, I ain't cutting their grass no more over there, because it's two grown big motherfuckers that live there. They can cut the grass. I'm going to get these weeds and stuff that's blowing down by this brick and all on the side. I said, he don't live there no more. He passed away. I did it because he was old. He's not there. I'm not doing it for these young grown. You see what I'm saying?
That's the neighborhood update.
I came outside. All I see is them standing on the porch with the hose out, the hose short, reaching out over, spraying everything, all the trash in their yard, wetting up the sidewalk, trying to detail and wash the car from the porch. Right? Now I'm mad. Because now wet trash is the worst shit to clean up. So now I'm mad.
Why didn't you film that?
I came in the house, I said, Bug, go out there and tell me if you can fight that girl that looked like Suge Knight.
Do not get Dennis in some kind of situation.
Get out. Because I'm going to see something, say something. But I had to check first. I said, Bug. He came back and I said, can you fight her? He talking about, no. I said, yeah, she could body slam you, couldn't she? He talking about, yeah. I said,
boy.
I ain't going. Chris, I am not playing. They played the music loud for 4 hours. We had to go in our bedroom, close the door so we couldn't hear their music, just so we could watch TV.
And you don't think it's worth saying something?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I can't fight that. I know my battles.
Why do you want Dennis knocking out a woman anyway? Like that's.
Well, first of all, he said, I thought that was a dude. I said, that's a girl. That's her girlfriend. They married. He didn't know. He didn't know. A lot of people don't know, but I know because I know them.
Because you're you.
Like he didn't even. He thought it was a big dude. Chris, she big like you. She looked like she was nice. I said, can you fight that girl? I said, go outside and tell me if you can fight that girl that looked like Suge Knight. He said, he came back out. He said, no, juice. He said, no, she could body slam.
Oh, please.
Chris, if my husband said that.
He's being nice because he doesn't want to crush a woman's orbital. That's it. That is Dennis. That is Dennis looking out for himself and the person across the street.
It would be a battle for us. I was like, it's not even worth it because we would both be hurt. I was like, I ain't fucking with them.
There's no way.
I'm glad I have on my Lynn shirt that say, see something, say something.
God, what is wrong with you?
I'm crazy, Chris. So anyway, that was my irk. So next time, I'm going to say, can y'all please turn your music down?
They'd probably be nice and be like, sure.
I talk to them all the time. I talk to them. But I wanted to say, if y'all don't get that wet
yeah.
Y'all standing on the porch, that is ghetto. Standing with the water I was like, how do you wash a car from the porch? I don't even know how that works. But this is shit I have to deal with. So anyway,
if I were helping you write your next set, that would be included.
Chris,
talking about your neighborhood with the neighbors with the short hose.
I can't make my hose is short, but it ain't that short. It's long enough just to cover the front yard. It like wraps. It's like an 8-foot hose. I don't need that big long shit because I don't have a big yard. But I know I need something longer than this.
All right.
Show my flyer.
Tight show. Let's get out of here.
I'm definitely looking forward to next week.
All right. Do you want me to read this or are you reading it?
I'm just letting everybody know it's Philly because I'm sick of people in Philly saying, "Where you gonna perform? Where you gonna perform?" I am here in Philly at the Shake and Crab. Hit it, Chris. Dun, 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 dun.
Special edition Mother's Day, Sunday, May 14th at the Shake and Crab. That was a crab pinching his things. 43 East Snyder on Avenue. Doors at 5. Show at 6. That's this Sunday. Is that this Sunday or next Sunday? What day?
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. That's right.
Obviously, you haven't got your mama nothing yet.
I have, and I'll be hanging out with her this weekend. Starring B-Phlat. You guys know B-Phlat. She's from HBO Def Comedy Jam and Comedy Central. Thanks for way to plug your podcast on there. Lynn Brown and Casey Cooper, you know they're presenting it, featuring Chocolate Shy, unorthodox comedy series, hosted by Malcolm Hill and Jai Lachey. And tickets are only $30. Get tickets 215-954-8464. Birthday packages are available.
Oh, Chris, we can tell you used to work at the radio station. You love it. You love throwing your DZ radio voice on.
Not really. I just don't. I don't like sitting through you try to read it.
Oh, you're right. Because shit, I put my reading glasses on. It's gonna be a mess. You already know.
That's right. I'm excited for you. That'll be a great show. I'm sure you'll make another 1 million fans. That's awesome.
Next, thank you.
Oh, the comedy show she booked in St. Louis without talking to her old pal Chris. But Terrence is a good dude. Terrence is a good dude. Putting on a.
You my manager now. I got to run my shows by you.
Hey, St. Louis territory is Denman City, baby.
Oh,
June 7th.
You better quit talking crazy.
I was gonna say, you've known Terrence longer than I've been alive. I bet. KJ's on Broadway. That's the famous place where Sherri, Kim, and B-Phlat did karaoke. A wonderful place. I recommend the Wings. Great service. Fun people. Check it out. You know B-Phlat from all those logos down at the bottom. And we're proud of B for getting back to St. Louis June 7th. Grown Folks Comedy. That'll sell out, so get your tickets quick. Reserve your seats. You can call Terrence, 314-303-4913.
And that's why I'm doing Tighten Up Tuesday on June 6th from Midcoast Media Live.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Nice to know. If you're going to be here on the 6th, that means you guys will see Key dance because Key always happens to schedule herself. Will show up when the fun stuff happens. Marvin Dixon presents 50 Shades of Comedy. You know who's doing this? Alicia Coley, Kiana Dancy, B-Phlat, and a gentleman in a hat that I can't see his
Marvin
name.
Dixon. He's hosting. It's at the at their casino.
Oh, nice.
Casino, yep.
June 24th. That's in Dana Beach. Doors at 7, show at 8. Casino Dania. Is it Dania Beach?
Dania Beach.
Dania Beach. Go see Florida's favorite, B-Phlat.
I love that place. Last time I was there was me and Hope Flood and somebody else. I can't remember who else. Obviously, they weren't funny.
Ooh, Hope Flood was something. Hope. She sat in on a TwoFunnyMamas. Oh, Lord. I was going like this the whole time.
I don't even want to know what she's talking about. That's my girl.
She was funny. It's just you don't really know what flies on here sometimes. So,
oh, true.
Get a little nervous.
Well, Chris, this was a great show once again. I hope people enjoyed it, and I'm always looking forward to coming back and doing all this lovely paperwork. This is my second job. It is. I've officially just said to myself, Tighten Up Tuesday is my second job. So there you have it. I love it. I ain't know I got 2 jobs, but I got 2 jobs.
Keep it working. Great show, B.
Thank you, always. And I will see everybody next week, Lord willing. We all can come back here, have a good time. Episode 85. Chris, we are 15 episodes away from the 100th. I'm going to have to do a countdown. Oh, I got to get me some number suits. I need to get me more jumpsuits like this. Look like I'm in jail and have numbers on them. As a countdown every week. Ow.
Come back next week and be sure. Hey, happy early Mother's Day to everybody. And be sure to tune in. Sherri and Kim celebrating their anniversary. What's that?
How can I not say happy early Mother's Day? I just realized when we come back next Tuesday, it'll be over.
That's right. Happy early Mother's Day to
all the mothers, godmothers, grandmothers, people that stepmoms, all the moms out there, people that play the role of a mother.
That's right.
I don't know the task. I'm a godmother and I was a stepmom, but it's nothing like a mom. It's in terms of like that connection. So I give a shout out to all the moms, all the great connections, all the ones I didn't have. It's all good, but some great moms out there. And I'm glad I'm not one of them. Thank you, Jesus.
Thanks, everybody. We're back next week. Again, tune in for Sherri and Kim's Mother's Day special this week. And it's beginning the 4th year, so 3rd year anniversary.
That's what's up.
It's wild.
I'm glad I'm right behind them, Chris.
Oh, you are. You're going to have more episodes than them before they know it. Bye, everybody. No, we're not ending. Andy's now behind here. Let him dance. Let the people dance. The people want to see Andy. By God, we give it to him.
Give it to him, Andy. Oh, Chris, he making you look bad. Oh.
No, he makes himself look great.
Oh, Andy. Oh, he gonna get all the women, Chris. They ain't gonna be talking about you in the comments no more.
They don't need to. Hit up Andy.
Oh, you see what Andy came out there and did? I'm going to let Key know he done took over. Oh, go Andy. Oh, that was one for the books. Oh, he said, let me go and get it. Coming in there looking all slick and sexy. Chrissy making you look bad. Because you ain't danced yet. Nobody wants to see your under the table footwork.
Bye, everybody.
Oh.